Yo, we back, man. We back at it with another episode. You already know what it is, man. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell, all that good shit, man. We back. The NBA has been on some shit as of late. Adam Silverfish, you had one job. I told you the other day, don't fuck this up. What are you doing? The Hornets are down by 30 something points. 30 something points. Uneventful game. Game two better be a lot better. Let's get that established right now. Game two better be 10 times better. They did all this shit, put up this whole thrilling game between the Heat and the Hornets. We're winning the overtime. They trading threes, they trading and ones, all this shit, trading the lead. Hell, probably trading hoes too. Just for you to play the Magic and look like this. It's crazy. It's disappointing. Adam Silver, you fucking up. You was doing good with the the Warriors and the Clippers. That was straight. Orlando, Philadelphia. Yeah, I don't really care for the Sixers like that. But still, it was relatively close. What the fuck is this? What is this, Adam Silver? We need to talk. We got problems. So I guess this is the punishment for LaMelo Ball. Since he got away with tripping Bam Adebayo on his way down, where he injured his back, and he was limping off the court and shit. Since he didn't get suspended for the game, it's hey, y'all, your team finna get embarrassed. It's finna get smacked up a little bit. But the main reason Adam Silverfish had these playing games the way that they were was so they could make a first impression, a good first impression for the first year with Amazon Prime. Make it seem like the NBA, like they lied earlier, talking about in 24 years or some shit that the NBA's regular season viewership's been up in the last 24 years or some stupid shit like that. Is it though? Is it? Sounds like cap to me. But they're really trying to prove that the plan was a good idea. They're trying to prove that the move away from TNT to Amazon Prime and the other networks was a great idea. I assume, seeing how that the NCAA tournament had gone with all the exciting and thrilling finishes from the start to the finish, NBA playoffs is going to be on the same track where we see a lot of crazy shit. Hell, we might get one of those times where there's 4 first round game sevens. So that's what the fuck is going on. And of course, the betting aspect, because I'm pretty sure a lot of people were on the Charlotte Hornets to beat the Magic. And you look and see the Magic is thraxing that ass. The Magic are supposed to be firing the head coach regardless of the outcome if they make the playoffs or not. So he's a lame duck head coach. You call him a Doc Rivers, a Ty Lue in Cleveland, something like that. But I'd much rather have seen Charlotte in the playoffs versus in Orlando. Orlando just doesn't do it for me. I don't like that. I don't care to see that. And I hope they get swept by the Pistons. I want the Pistons to just make this quick, easy work. Did they not play the Cavs last year in the playoffs? Correct me if I'm wrong. It might have been the Celtics. Whoever it was, they made relatively easy work of them. I want to see that shit happen again, specifically for the Magic. Because the Hornets would have had something more exciting to bring to the table. Because Banchero gonna disappear in the playoffs. Let's get that straight right now. Like the temperature increased 100 degrees out of nowhere. Let me see what Judah said. He said, "Call me delusional. Think the Lakers going to play the Knicks in the NBA Finals. At least the Knicks should come out the East. I don't trust the Knicks. After last season, that was their best chance, and that window's closed. It's like the Detroit Lions. They had their best chance in San Fran, and that window closed. Dan Campbell said this was the best chance we had. Obviously, they never reached that level again. Much like the Knicks, it's going to be the same shit. Probably eliminated really first round by the Hawks, if we want to be honest. If they get lucky and beat the Hawks, second round. But last year was their best chance. against the Pacers. We saw how that went. History repeated itself. And with the Lakers, man, you already know how I feel about this whole situation with them having LeBron still. He already got his bullshit bubble ring in 2020. They done with him. They done. Luka will eventually get one, but it'll be when LeBron is gone, so the spotlight can shine on Luka. Because even if Luka is, say, the Finals MVP and LeBron's on the team this year, blah blah blah, LeBron's still gonna steal the headlines. It's very simple. Because then the different shows are gonna be like, does this make LeBron the GOAT? It's gonna open up the GOAT conversation. Talk about how LeBron was able to do this in his 40s. Never mind the fact where Luka highly contributed. That Silver gonna give LeBron one last final, but not let him win it. They want to push the father-son first time ever in the final. No, don't nobody want to see that shit. That shit ain't happening, fam. Don't nobody want to see that shit. And it's not like Bronny's a real contributing player to the team like that. The nigga had a few decent games here and there. Don't nobody want to see that nigga like that, bro. Stop it. So Warriors might get the same treatment. Had them winning too. I hope they don't. I like seeing Steph Curry in clutch games. It's something about the fact that he actually has to be the one to carry the team now that makes it that much more exciting, even though the ceiling is a certain level now. It's not going to be the finals and winning and shit, but still. It's something about watching Steph Curry go off in the third, fourth quarter. Makes it exciting. See Orlando upset against the Celtics? Highly doubt it. Highly doubt it. What's good? Triple OG. Big Pontiac in the building. What's up with you? Said Vegas made the call for the Magic to win. Absolutely. Absolutely. No reason they should have been in the fucking playoffs. Absolutely no reason. The plan was their saving grace for real when you really think about it. And now they're going to make it seem like they have a chance against Boston, even though we all know better than that. By this big margin of a win. If it was a closer game, like 5-6 points, then people be like, Boston finna just steamroll them. People still probably thinking Boston steamroll them, but still. This ain't it, man. This ain't it. They need to hurry up in that game and get to this main game. The primetime game, the Phoenix Suns Golden State Warriors game. The Rockets open up as favorites, disrespectful favorites to beat the Lakers. Damn, the Hornets look sad as fuck, bro. Miles Bridges look like he just lost his pet goldfish. LaMelo Ball, he over there like, damn, I'm going to get in my car and just drive around Charlotte, terrorize people with my driving skills. But the Rockets, even if they do, they ain't going to do shit past that. They got Kevin Durant, and he hasn't shaken the Lil B curse yet. The Lakers underdogs is the higher seed. You got to remember Austin Reeves and Luka are also out indefinitely, so that's part of it too. Had they been healthy, I doubt it would have been the Rockets being favorites like that. What's good, Donovan? What up with you? So LeBron gonna be retired after next season? I think he retires at 42. Whatever year he hits 42, I think he's 41 now. 42 next season by December, because his birthday is December 31st. Should be his last season. Probably sign a one-day contract with the Cavaliers, and then he can retire a Cavalier to make it a full circle moment. So all the people who bet money on the Hornets are in shambles. You don't feel bad for those bettors. But yeah, this shit is crazy. 81 to 112. 4:48 left in the game. Jesus Christ. At this point, just call a mercy rule. Hey, if you down by 30 with less than 5 in the game over with. You're not gonna make a comeback. I don't care if every shot you put up in the last 5 minutes went in. You not gonna fuck around and win that shit, bro. So what's next for Kawhi Leonard? The same shit that's been going on, man. He's gonna be with the Clippers. They're gonna keep going out in the first round. They're gonna end up getting eliminated from playoff contention, one or the other. It's the Clippers, dog. It doesn't matter what the fuck they do. The Clippers are never gonna be a truly relevant contender in the NBA. The one time they might have been in that lane was in 2020 in the bubble. That's about it. So they got everyone betting now. They brought the sports DraftKings bets here in Missouri. They even got the children betting parlays. They ain't even old enough yet. How the hell do they have children betting parlays? I'm trying to figure that out. Do they have apps where you can play with fake Monopoly like money and put in bets? 'Cause that's news to me. Really, Kalshi is the one that gets more people betting than anything else. Because with Kalshi, you can bet on a bunch of shit. You can bet on the weather. You can bet on politics, what the president gonna say in the media, what tech announcement they make about AI, robots, what they say about what NASA got to say about shit. So it's a lot. So it looks like the Clippers lost that Harden's trade. Did they really? James Harden finna get eliminated anyway, so it really don't matter. Had they had him or not, they still would have been in the same. James Harden, I'm gonna put it like this: James Harden would have still got eliminated from the playoffs. Clippers shouldn't be in LA. Just go back to San Diego, where they are originally from. Brother, obviously they got a new stadium in LA. LA is a bigger market than San Diego. That's just simple business right there. I get it. San Diego lost their football team. All they got is a baseball team. But let's be for real. LA is synonymous with having multiple teams. Baseball, Dodgers, Angels. College football, the prominent two, obviously USC, UCLA. NFL, LA Chargers, LA Rams. You think they finna give up one of them teams? No, they not Oakland. So someone told you he hit all the parlays for 2K. The problem is Jalen Green screwed it up for him. If Jalen hit, he would have got that 2K. That's the thing about parlays. There's always that one that'll get you. Everything will hit, and then that last one, it'll be some bullshit. It's the last one is usually the one you're the most confident about, and that's the one that fucks you up. And then the shit you was kind of on the fence about, that shit hit. So it got you feeling good, like, oh shit, the one I was nervous about, that shit didn't goddamn, it done went in. So the one later tonight, oh shit, that be good, man. I ain't gotta worry about shit. And that's the one that got niggas stressing. Said the kids use their adults account and use it off that. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. That's like the new school version of when kids would go in their parents or their mom's purse and goddamn take some cash out. That's wild. Gambling, you using real money and shit. I'm shit. At least it's better than watching corn or some shit. But still, like that's crazy as fuck. What if they start getting on the keypad and just start typing, just putting in like 99999, put that shit on there, and now you wondering like, how the fuck I lose all this money? And you can't dispute it and be like it was an accident. But the Clippers only 51 years old, got one WCF, one. Exactly. Exactly, bro. It's pattern recognition. That's all I gotta say. Pattern recognition. 119 to 90. Jeez. That's good. Canes Zayavelli. That's a crazy name. LA's just like New York, exactly. 2 teams: Knicks, Nets, Yankees, Mets, Islanders, Rangers. They don't have a college football version of that, but you get the picture. So, but James Harden made it to the playoffs, but Kawhi didn't, so that means the Clippers lost the trade. Does it really if they gonna get eliminated anyway? It really doesn't make a difference. Harden's never missed the playoffs anyway. Still no rings. Still Houdini in game sevens. The Nets are better than the Clippers as far as real fans. Can't say. Can't say. The casinos and gambling sports betting most popular now. You remember when gambling wasn't as big? You had to go through like them Chinese websites and shit. Advertising the mafia definitely screwing a lot of people over for their money. Game over 121-90. Orlando sends the Hornets packing. They were just this close. Just this close to making it to the postseason. Can't do it. Still can't do it. But Detroit, y'all better make light work of these motherfuckers for real. Make this shit 4 games. Get it on out the way. Don't nobody give a fuck about the Magic like that. Do you think the Cavs might have a chance to beat Detroit? Cavs might make the conference finals, but that's it. Damn, Golden State down 2-10. 8:44 left as they transition. Magnet pushed one of Phoenix's shots off. They got the retros. They're like a throwback Black Suns jersey. Them shit's tough. But bro, Cavs. They ain't been shit since LeBron left. Even when they got Donovan Mitchell, they went to the playoffs. They ain't done shit. Pattern recognition. Last year, niggas was high on the Cavs because they did so good in the regular season. The Cavs gonna make a run to the finals. They're gonna do this. They're gonna do that, and they didn't do none of that shit. Told y'all the Cavs are fucking frauds. They are a regular season team, and that is it. And the fact they got James Harden really solidifies that. Like, when will y'all catch on to the fact that James Harden will never get a fucking ring? He gonna shine and individually get his stats, all that shit, regular seasons. Obviously in the playoffs if it ain't a game 7. But when it come down to it, they are where they are. It's like I don't have super high hopes for the Hawks where they gonna fuck around and go to the NBA finals and all this shit. No. They are who they are. So Harden made it farther than Kawhi. Kawhi got more rings than Harden. Invalid. I got you, bro. I got you. Hit me on Cash App, dog. I got you. Oh yeah, let me know which one too, because I forgot which one you was talking about when I sent that shit to you. I don't know. You might have sent it already. Yeah, probably did. Shout out my dog. Welcome to HDTV. It's amazing. NBA doesn't give Knicks dynasty and it's forever since they won a final since 73. They don't need to. They generate so much revenue. They actually generate the most revenue in the NBA, so they don't need to win shit. They the Cowboys, in a sense. You really could compare them to the Lakers if you wanted to, the Cowboys, that is. But from like a financial standpoint, the Knicks are the Cowboys of the NBA. They're gonna generate a lot of revenue. They in New York City. They in the media hub. Stephen A. Smith gonna bring them up first. They gonna talk about them all the time. If they good, bad, it doesn't matter. They don't need to win shit. They just need to get their fans hope that they will, and they did a good job of that shit last year. So you don't think Kawhi really cares? He'd be the Super Warriors team. Broke the dynasty. Harden didn't get a ring though. Yeah, the only trade off was that Harden got the individual awards, and that was like the the trade-off right there. So what's my cash app? $ L0B0TV. I know one of these motherfuckers got it. Yeah. Yeah. It's on the ticker there, HD. You know, hard to get a ring, but we know it ain't happening. At least he made the finals in 2012 OKC, and he disappeared there too. In the biggest moments of the postseason, that nigga is guaranteed to disappear. And some niggas want to be so fucking hard-headed and think they gonna do shit. It's not happening. Pattern recognition. I'm gonna say that again. I'm gonna drill this shit into y'all skulls with a motherfucking Black and Decker. Pattern recognition. If the shit keeps happening, again, he's been to the playoffs 17 fucking times. And y'all talking about this nigga could go this far and do that. It ain't happened. His best chance was in Houston. What happened? It didn't happen. They lost to the team in gold. Like a Warriors Thunder series. I prefer if it was the old Warriors and old Thunder, like KD, Russ, and shit like that, with what we saw in like 2016. Sure. This one, no, the Warriors get destroyed. Warriors would get decimated. If they played OKC, wouldn't even be close. SJ get all type of foul calls and shit. It'll be over with. Exactly. Fact Embiid hurt. Hess got injured right before the playoffs, and now they finna play Celtics. And Paul George coming off his podcast. Now he want to play. He thought he was doing his podcast. You remember he got the plug. He know the plug. He gonna be back. And again, drug test his ass. I don't care what he do. Drug test Paul George. When he walk in the tunnel, drug test him then. Anytime you catch a nigga going to bat, drug test him. I don't care what he's doing. On the podcast, somebody come in, interrupt the podcast. I'm sorry. I know you got a show going on and shit. We gonna need you to pee in this cup. Drug test his ass. That's a crazy ass stat. That's a good trivia question for real. Like, what NBA player missed 25 threes in the game 7? Nobody would think of that shit unless they really fuck with hoops and shit. Yeah, HD, I got it. I'll send it to you after the stream. Since Paul George plays now and be hurt, I guess LaMelo Ball didn't have to do what we told him to do the other night. And he gonna be hurt. That's another one of them teams you can never trust. The Sixers. Cavaliers, Sixers, Clippers. Teams like that you can never trust. Never. Knicks, you can throw them on that list too. But at the least, the Knicks will make that shit exciting as hell. You can see Flag, Wemby, and possibly Ant get their first ring. Wemby definitely gonna get a ring. You look at the franchise he gonna play for, he definitely gonna get a ring. Ant-Man, he definitely gonna get one. Will it be with Minnesota? That's a different conversation. But eventually he will, because they've been pushing that nigga way so much that at some point it's bound to happen. I don't think he's gonna be in a James Harden situation where you get a bunch of individual shit and no rings to show for it. You might get that one. Flag might be the next white LeBron. Man, you just saying shit now. Talking about white LeBron. Cooper Flag is Cooper Flag, dog. Don't say no shit like that. But as far as him getting the ring, I don't know, man. It's not off the table. But with the current team he's on, I'm just like, I don't see it. Unless in some crazy universe they end up playing the Celtics again, they gotta repay that shit. But I don't see it. Knicks already got the championship for the season in season tournament. That is exactly. You win that shit, you know your season over with. As far as any championship aspirations, you can forget that shit. Lakers, they were the first victim of that. Knicks this year, that's the victim. Actually, no, Jalen Brunson was a victim when he was up on that stage from Josh Hart. But yeah, they ain't doing shit. Suns up 15-9. 5:56 left in the game. The Arrows ain't gonna win it. Isn't gonna win a chance, not as long as Wemby and SGA are in the league. You act like SGA finna get like 5-6 rings, dog. What are you talking about? You just be saying shit at this point. The NBA wants a next LeBron. Correction, the NBA wants a next MJ. They don't want a fucking next LeBron. They tried to push LeBron in the MJ role and it didn't fucking work. They tried hard as hell. They're trying to put a circle in a square and the shit never worked. They tried to repackage it as a triangle. The shit never worked. Kobe was the closest thing to fit in that square. So now it's really who the fuck got a personality? Who got some type of unique personality that stands out? That's what the fuck it is now. See, Ant, he got a personality. They push him. Wimby, he got a personality. Is very. It's nothing like Ant Man. It's the complete opposite, but it's still something. And then you got niggas like Kawhi Leonard, but he's in the OG status with the Kyries, the KDs, LeBrons, all that shit. Where like nigga, you got your shit. Oh, James Harden, you got your awards, your accolades, and all that, man. You just here to put asses in seats at this point. Because people fuck with you. You got a dedicated fan base from years of playing in the league. I think the Knicks at least make the finals. That'll be an accomplishment. I could only imagine New York City if the NBA Finals was going on because I saw videos of last year when they was playing the Pacers in the ECF. That shit looked crazy as hell, and they fans assholes too. That's another thing. Cause I was like, damn, these niggas dicks. I'm glad I ain't go up there around the time it was the playoffs and shit. I don't even hate the Knicks, but damn, they fans is like the Eagles. How Eagles fans are in the NFL, that's the Knicks and NBA. The assholes. And then you got the Jazz for obvious other reasons. You know, they don't put seasoning in their food and shit. So yeah, I don't think so. I don't think so. So people hyping up Anthony. Hold on, move that shit out the way. So people hyping up Anthony Edwards, Cooper Flag will win a championship before Anthony Edwards even goes to the finals. Let's be real. Nigga, you were smoking crack. Fuck you talking about. Cooper Flag gonna get one before Anthony. No. Hell no. He still gotta pay his dues first. Cause you gotta realize Ant already got some years in the league. Hell, SGA, he had to pay his dues as well before he got his ring. Jokic, same shit. Well, Wemby, it seems they got it's special with a nigga like that. Cause like he a 7'6" nigga. So they could do some shit like, see, he's 7'6". It's okay. Is he gonna go around and win 6? Fuck no. He gonna get a couple though. People thought the Patriots dynasty was done. There will be no dynasty in the next Chiefs dynasty. The niggas down by 14. Shit. 25-11. Phoenix. So don't be surprised if the Knicks get upset against the Hawks. Already won in the in-season tournament. You do think Wemby will end with 2 or 3 rings. You don't think he'll be 5 like Tim? Hell no. Tim in the top 10, top 5 category in NBA history. So he ain't gonna be there. Of course, as years go on and he gets more success, they gonna bring him up with obviously Tim Duncan, David Robinson for Spurs players and shit like that, Tony Parker's, Ginobili's, but I'm talking specifically for a big man. He'll be in that category. Just gotta protect them knees. And yeah, as for the Hawks, I wouldn't be surprised, man. The Hawks, even though they don't have Trey Young, who was really the Hawks, or not the Hawks, but the Knicks' biggest nightmare. He's really what Pat Mahomes is to the Bills in the playoffs. Trey Young was to the Knicks. Even though the Hawks don't have that, I still think they can get the job done. That series probably be the most exciting one for real. Because at face value, people kind of gloss over that shit. Like, yeah, whatever, the Hawks, Knicks, they don't really get a whole lot of. The Knicks do, of course, but the Hawks don't get a whole lot of nationally televised games and shit. They only started doing it near the end of the season when they started going on that winning streak, and it was like, oh shit, they can make the playoffs. So let's start showing them and stuff. So yeah, that's gonna be the sleeper because the playoffs usually has a sleeper series that you just gloss over, and you're like, this the one that's close, and this the one that I know this player, that player. Players get their little coming out party. Pause. You don't think a Suns Thunder matchup don't feel worse would match up better? If they play the Thunder, they still lose. Do I agree with your comment about the NFL? Yeah, I gotta go find that shit again. Oh yeah, about the Patriots dynasty and shit like that. There'll be no dynasty until next. The days of the dynasty in NBA. Yeah, that shit ain't happening right now. The Thunder, people think the Thunder gonna be a dynasty. They're fucking not gonna be a dynasty. They're gonna be a playoff team, but they're not gonna be a dynasty. People thought the Nuggets after that first, or they only NBA Finals championship. Like the Nuggets gonna be a dynasty. They're gonna run it back. Didn't fucking happen. They was a force. Don't get it wrong, but didn't fucking happen. There ain't gonna be no dynasty. Thunder ain't gonna repeat. They gonna be in the mix. They gonna be in the conversation. They're gonna have a seat at the table, but they not. They ain't no dynasty right now. There is no current LeBron or Steph to do that. In a damn sure ain't SGA. Especially with his playing style, hell no. If they did, the ratings would decline even more. That makes sense. When Hornets lost, none of them are public. Family, ball, tattoos. Tattoos. You're using tattoos, nigga. Nigga, the league. Every team got niggas with tats on the league now. Shit, college players got tattoos. That's invalid. The Miles Bridges shit holds up though. That part do. He ain't the only nigga in the league who does some shit like that. He is just the most recent that's on people's minds. And that's what people know. And then the fact he rap about some he not Damian Lillard with rapping. I'm basically what I'm getting at. Like he nice, but he's anti Damian when it comes to lyrics. This nigga talking about switches, drinking lean and all this shit. And I'm just thinking, it's funny as fuck. And the shit, he got bangers. It's funny as hell. But I'm just like, it's not the smartest thing to do if you in the league, just to rap about switches and all this other shit. It's like, nigga, when the shit really hits the fan, like outside of this wife beater shit, boy, they gonna use them lyrics against your ass in court. That's all I'm gonna say. But yeah, the public friendly thing, I wouldn't say that. I meant the whole damn body is inked up for ball and his demeanor is kind of off. The demeanor for sure, but the tattoos is irrelevant. Shit, look at LeBron. They pushed that nigga. He got hella tattoos as well. So yeah, that's irrelevant. The tattoos. And another thing too about Ball, the car crash incident that kind of got, they joked about it and it kind of got brushed aside. But that shit, that's another knock against LaMelo Ball too. They only won it last year because the Supersonics are coming back and they won its 79th season. Sonics won in the year 1979. So you think the Chiefs win a Super Bowl coming up? Nigga, we ain't talking about the Chiefs. They down by 10, 25-15, 2:09 left in the game. Adam Silver, again, you had one fucking job. One goddamn job. One goddamn job. It ain't over. It's very early, but still one goddamn job, Adam Silver. As a matter of fact, look at LeBron shit. Yeah. That Boule shit. I know a lot more people are aware of that shit now than it used to be. I would say after the George Floyd shit, that's when it brought light to it because George Floyd had a tattoo as well. And it's like, oh shit. He got the same shit as LeBron. Interesting. Yeah, shit. Even Kevin Durant, obviously he hides it, but Kevin Durant got tattoos as well. It's just something about him and his mom, or his mom told him that basically if you get tattoos, don't make them a lot of visible tattoos and shit. Kind of, before tattoos were normal and shit. Kind of markability reasons, typical corporate shit. Because it took me years to realize Kevin Durant had tattoos until like I think it was a Deadspin article. I was like, this nigga got tats. I didn't even know. What's good, Golden Eagle 99? Ricky, for the love of God, man, stop spamming. I have to put you in timeout. You keep spamming and shit. Say Adam Silver's a terrible commissioner. Of course. So David Stern would have vetoed the Luka trade. It's not like a championship gonna turn out of it with LeBron on the team, but absolutely, he would have turned that shit down. There was another trade he can turn down before too, but we know about the CP3 to the Lakers one. Dog, look at the nigga school. You see the spiral staircases, checkerboard flooring, all that stuff, man. Look into that shit. And then also there was multiple, yeah, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Multiple of those. I don't know if YouTube is about that anymore. But yeah, multiple of those at the school. LeBron didn't say a goddamn word. Not once. It's funny because this man will talk about everything else that happened in the world. He'll have some PR ready answer to say. But when this shit happened at his school, because it's Nikes for real, he don't say shit. Crazy how that works. And again, Cappy Pondexter too about that LeBron shit. I need to send someone prominent over to LA. Yeah, I was thinking, bro, when LeBron leave, it'd be funny if they replace him with another star white athlete in the NBA, and they fuck around one with that basically the lineup they had before Luka and Austin Reeves got hurt. When King Mars like they can't win with them white boys and shit. That'd be some funny shit for the NBA. And top that with say Mac McClung, say winning a dunk contest in the same season. That'd be some crazy shit. That'd be some white men can't jump shit. If Stern wouldn't veto a Luka trade, I bet he would. He would have vetoed that shit. I'll say a lot of shit would be different if David Stern was commissioner now. A lot of shit. There would be no Pride Night. I can tell you that now. There wouldn't be that shit. There wouldn't be a Pride Night. Playing, that shit wouldn't exist. In season tournament, damn sure wouldn't exist. And it wouldn't be talk about rookies going straight into free agency instead of a draft. I'm sure some tweaks would be made here and there, but not all this shit Adam Silver doing, because Adam Silver doing everything in his power to fuck it up. To every sport in this decade had a team win back to back. Let's see, you got the Chiefs. Yep. My LA Dodgers. Yep. Florida Panthers. Didn't the Tampa Bay Lightning go back to back as well in this same decade in hockey? UConn college basketball, they did the back to back a few years ago. NBA, they ain't count one. Count the WNBA Aces, they did. NBA, they didn't. We just exited. Wait, hold up. Hold up. Time out, fam. You sure about that? What the NBA did the Warriors not go back to back in the last decade? You go back to 2016, the Cavs won. The Warriors did go back to back. Cavs twice. KD got his 2 rings in the last decade. So yeah, NBA had not the Cavaliers, but the Warriors. So yeah, every league did it. NASCAR, did they do a back to back? I don't think so. No, they didn't. They didn't. They didn't do a back to back. I think the last one was Jimmy Johnson. So imagine CP3 and Kobe in their primes. They would have been cool to see, but it's rigged anyways. That chemistry would have been crazy. CP3 and Kobe, like a traditional point guard like that playing with Kobe Bryant. Imagine 2K. Fuck all that other shit. Fuck all that scripted shit. Imagine 2K with CP3 and Kobe. That would have been that generation's Warriors, where it's like you can't fucking use the Warriors when they got Kevin Durant. This shit ain't fair. Hell no. Kevin Durant, automatic green bar, and Steph, automatic green bar from the 3 and the layup. And then you got Klay Thompson chilling in the corner, automatic green bar. The fuck? Bruh, that shit would be unreal. That would have started fights with people. So you don't get why they wouldn't allow it to boost up LA at the time. It would have received the same backlash that it would have got when the Warriors acquired Kevin Durant. And the league was at a different place too. Like quality wise and perception and all that shit. League was in a much different place. This was before the super team era and all this other shit. So early the Warriors are known to come back. Yes, they are. 33-17, boy. You gotta put a little pep in your step. You know, Steph Curry, he gotta make his third quarter, the fourth quarter magic for this shit to be close. And it's gonna rest on his shoulders at this point. This ain't the team that got Klay Thompson to back you up and got down, knock down some threes like he did against OKC. This ain't that team. This ain't the team that got Kevin Durant. That's essentially would have made this score flipped at this point, if not worse. Absolutely heavy on Charlotte. No question about it. Especially after the thrilling way that they won against the Heat. And they say, let's give them the Magic. The motherfucking Magic. But there will at least be an upset in one of these series, if not a couple series, really, in the first round. There'll be a couple upsets. I'm curious about this Spurs Blazers series as far as what's Denny ABCDXYZ? What's he gonna do? Is he gonna ball out like he did the other night when he was dropping 41? Is that what we gonna get? Because I might change my tune about the Blazers as far as not giving a fuck about watching them. If he show out like this, if he drop 30 in game one, even if they lose, I'm still tapping into the series. To Adam Silver and Roger Goodell. Nigga, Roger Goodell is not the worst. He's definitely not one of my favorite. Homeboy from the MLB needs to be on that list. Fuck you talking about. It's Silver and him. Roger Goodell, I'll give him this. When it comes to the NFL playoffs and most Super Bowls, that shit gonna deliver on drama and down to the wire shit. It's not gonna be a bunch of games where there's a shit ton of blowouts and all this shit all the way throughout. And the most important thing, which goes back to my criticism of Adam Silver, key players, star players, whatever you want to call it, in the NFL, them motherfuckers gonna play 90% of the time. Even if it's questionable throughout the week. Oh man, he got a Sam Darnold. They were talking about that nigga had was it like a back injury, oblique, some shit like that. We don't know if he's gonna play against the Niners. We don't know if he's gonna play against the Rams. All this other shit. How the injury, and we didn't hear shit about that during the Super Bowl. The nigga still played. Adam Silver, on the other hand, you got Dame Lillard went down, Jason Tatum went down, Halliburton in game fucking 7 went down. What kind of shit is that? You don't see that shit in the NFL where the star quarterback just go down in the motherfucking fourth quarter, or not fourth quarter, but in the Super Bowl. You don't see that shit. It's not even close, not even comparable. As far as other rule changes that Goodell's made, the kickoff rules and shit, yeah, horrible decision. But him and Adam Silver ain't on the same level in that aspect at all. Only regret is David Stern let the Supersonics go to OKC. That shit never sat well with me. Sure, we did get a dope ass team with Kevin Durant, Steven Adams, Harden, Ibaka, Russ, all this shit. We got something cool out of it. But all that cool shit could have been in Seattle. All that shit could have been in Seattle. But they coming back, so it is what it is. And when you think about it, the timing is interesting because Seattle did recently get a hockey team too. So it's kind of like, yeah, right now we got a placeholder. We'll give you this, the Kraken. We'll give y'all this. And I think they got like an XFL team too, but little small dent compared to the other shit. You believe CP3 wanted to be a Laker? So hell yeah, he did. I know he wanted to when LeBron got there too. I'm like, damn, I want to go to the Lakers. That's his homie. As far as I know, because LeBron fake as hell. But as far as I know, they cool still. Yep, there we go. We back. Better be motherfucking back. Yeah, we back. So was I happy when the Dodgers beat the Blue Jays in the World Series? Yes. Hold up. Yes, I was excited, man. Hell yeah. Anytime I'm seeing the Dodgers win. They done fucked up though. They made me one of the most entitled Dodgers fans there is. Because all I know is them going to the playoffs. There is no what the fuck am I trying to say? Missing playoffs. There is no missing playoffs. It's playoffs. Really, it's World Series of bust, but At least they go into the playoffs every year. They win in division. If not that, they're gonna make the wild card. They're gonna get past the wild card. Yes. Got some dinero on that Suns money line. You're gonna need that. So far, the only team I have yet to see that I like to hold a trophy is the Hawks. And I mean, I was alive for the Vols national championship. Shit, I got the DVD. But I wasn't watching football like that when they won. So yeah. And Vols basketball too. Obviously seen North Carolina on the bucket list. At the same time, they couldn't have had LeBron run with the Heat too. Hell no. They made it a point to make sure Kobe and LeBron never met in the finals, which is stupid as fuck because nigga, what? Back then when Kobe was still in his prime against a prime LeBron and shit, man, the ratings would have been insane. Probably would have broke some fucking records. But they're like, nah, we can't do that because LeBron gonna get exposed. Like, we just need to see it one time. And then again, the Spurs already exposed LeBron anyway, so I was like, yeah. But still, just one time. Oh, you talking about the 2020s? Tampa Bay 2020s, Bucks. Yeah, they wanted the same. Yeah, because niggas couldn't travel and shit. 2020. What's good, Danny Baxter in the building? What's up with you? Think the Blazers take the Spurs 7? Nigga, what? Hell no, they ain't taking them niggas to 7. Maybe 6 if they lucky, but they definitely ain't going to 7 with that shit. Yeah, Manfred. See, that nigga name Ron Manfred, that sound like a sorry ass commissioner. Or Robert Manfred. This it sound like, regardless, it sound like a sorry ass commissioner. Because I remember that shit that happened with the Astros a few years ago and how that caused a whole controversy with the sign stealing and how he handled that. But hey, it's benefited the Dodgers too in the long run. So at least one thing positive came out of it. Said if Tyrese wasn't injured in Game 7, Pacers would be NBA champs right now. I don't know about that, but the game would have been a lot more interesting. Because that is probably one of the dumbest things they've ever done as far as the timing of the situation to do some shit like this. Like they almost had us with that Paul Pierce shit, where it was like, oh, well, he shit himself, but they said he was injured and he came back with the wheelchair and all that shit. But having a star player, the star player of the team, that had to make a comeback in the finals to get injured so early in the game, that is the stupidest shit they could have done. I understand prop betting and all that shit, but that's just fucking stupid. Entirely fucking stupid. To them new Ravens stairs, you loving that black on black. Bruh, that shit tough. I like the new unis. I like the fact that they didn't deviate from the old shit too much to where you can't recognize it. Tennessee Titans. Like, I like that shit. They make the numbers pop more. The little collar with, I guess, the feathers and shit. That shit tough. That black helmet, the black on black, that shit hard. I saw they said they brought back the mustard pants. I'm not a fan of the mustard pants. Them shit's ugly. But other than that, them unis, perfect. Like them. Atlanta, take notes. Your shit look like the Cardinals. Say Lillard ain't played all year, just so happened to win the 3-point contest. Yeah, that shit. 27-35. This game a little bit closer now. 6:56 left. That again, Adam Silver. Tell you, why is he eligible to be in the 3-point shooting contest if the nigga ain't played? That don't even make sense. Let alone let the nigga win while he's injured and can't. That's something I expect from Triple H. That's all I'm saying. Perks and other NBA commentators have said down them Silver. Yeah, because they paid to say that dumb shit. That's why. Nasty Jam. 37-27. Jalen Green with the smash on the rim. That sound crazy. Pause. Game could have gone either way if Halliburton didn't get hurt. Dodgers the next Yankees dynasty, man. Don't get my hopes up like that. I don't think they're gonna three-peat. They'll obviously do what they used to do, make the playoffs, but I don't think they'll three-peat. But if it happens, I ain't mad. What do you do from three? What the hell? 40-29, Phoenix. 5:54 left in the game. Half. And it's the fact he thought he ate when he said that shit too, bro. Like he sat back and had that little smirk and shit. I'm just like, nigga, that's how you get sent to HR. And then she was so uncomfortable too, bro. It's just wild to say that, bro. The Parker shit is crazy. Said Kobe told LeBron to take the shot in the All-Star game. Like, damn, nigga, you that scared. Man, Kobe clamped his ass up 96 feet. But people like to discount it. What LeBron's dick suckers like to discount it because it was an All-Star game. No, nigga, Kobe was locking his shit down. Even without the ball, locking his shit down. Though I see the Wolves upsetting the Nuggets. I wouldn't write it off. I wouldn't write it off as an automatic Nuggets win. That one's kind of up in the air between the Wolves and the Nuggets. That's a good series right there. If there's a sleeper series, it's that Knicks Hawks series. If there's a in your face series, I guess there's two. Depending if Luka and Austin Reeves get back for that Lakers one, Lakers Rockets, that could be exciting to watch. But this Nuggets Wolves series, man, you know, Ant-Man gonna be talking shit. Jokic, he just shown a little bit more personality, especially when Lou Dort tried to hurt him and shit. Hey, and he got mad a couple years ago when Ant-Man was talking shit after they won that series. So hey, I'm looking for that. Kind of sucks knowing that one of these niggas gonna lose. It's like shit. I don't get to see Ant-Man hoop anymore for the rest of the season or Jokic do the Jokic shit. The thing about the Dodgers is realistically, no one should be beating this motherfucking team even the years before they was winning. And they won back to back. But the pitching always fucked them up. And then another thing too, they be cranking shit too. At bat, they be cranking shit leading up to that championship, to that World Series, conference championship that is. And then all of a sudden they run out of steam batting. And injuries too. That's another thing down the line because I mean it's early in the year. But realistically, nobody should. But I don't trust them to do a three-peat in baseball right now. It's amazing that these niggas haven't. What's the word? It's more amazing they got a new TV deal that was more lucrative, considering the state of the NBA. It's like WWE with the Netflix deal. Horrible. A little bit, actually, I'll take that back because they was riding off the heels of WrestleMania 40, and that shit was WrestleMania 40 was great. It got me back into watching wrestling. But everything after that is basically what we're seeing now. They got the new TV deal. Sure, the playing game's been dramatic. First couple, that is. Regular season, they said the viewership is up. If anything, they are just tweaking the numbers, or they changing the way they count the shit. Because you gotta remember, a lot of people watch this shit when they take a pirate ship to the east and watch it that way, versus a lot more people got Amazon Prime compared to NBA. Was that the NBA League Pass shit? So it skews the numbers. The SGA always wants the refs to be on the side. Without the refs, he's a shitty player. Nigga, you are high as fuck. SGA is not a shitty player. It's just he do extra bullshit. He don't need to do none of that shit. That nigga can hoop for real. I don't know what you talking about. 43-29. Suns up with 4:50 left in the game. I swear that minute in between the last time I looked at the score went by so slow. And again, Dylan Brooks, I'm gonna need you to be on your bullshit. If the Suns win, I'm gonna need you to be on bullshit from game one to game whenever y'all get eliminated. I don't care who it is. You ain't gotta hurt nobody. You just gotta agitate them, talk shit, push them a little bit, make this shit interesting. Start shit with Draymond Green. Actually, while you at it, like get him out of character. Get that nigga in bar fight mode, or in headlock Rudy Gobert mode. I mean, all these leagues with prize picks at this point. I know NFL, obviously NBA. The main one I see with NBA though, a lot, especially with their regional broadcast, is the FanDuel logo on the bottom of the ticker. I think it's the sports. Was it sport? I don't know if it's Sportsnet, Bally Sports, whoever it is. That's the one you see the FanDuel logo on the bottom of the ticker. Even before the new deal on TNT, they used to have the FanDuel, DraftKings shit. They talk about what's the over under, what's the spread, and then they make their picks and all that shit. Same with hockey too, with TNT's coverage, which they still do. What's good, LeBrie? What up with you? Shout out to my fellow Tennessean. Did I hear the news? Clippers fired Ty Lue. Can't say I'm surprised. There was already talks of that earlier in the season, especially the way they started. So you love Kobe. Kobe, real dog player. I can say growing up, I wasn't necessarily a fan of Kobe in that sense. I always respected the work ethic, his game, like the shit he was doing. I could respect that shit, but I was never like I would say a Kobe fan. Like he was never my favorite player. I was an Allen Iverson fan. That was my guy, Allen Iverson. But I always respected the hell out of Kobe for his work ethic. I was like, and Michael Jordan too. It was like, this nigga's a psycho. To be working that hard, to be that dedicated to something, that's fucking crazy. It don't matter if it's scripted or rigged or not, nigga. You still got to put in work. The fact that you wake up, you could go out to a club until 2 a.m. and wake up at 5 a.m. be in the gym putting up shots and shit. That's fucking crazy. Off 3 hours of sleep. I don't know if he drank or not, but I couldn't imagine going out to the club drinking and then 3 hours later, I'm in the gym putting up shots. It's fucking insane. You got to be a different motherfucker to do some shit like that. Same for football. Same for that shit. Any of this shit, you got to put in a lot of work and practice reps. Baseball, race car drivers, the shit they got to deal with the temperature in the car, not passing out from the heat exhaustion, all that shit. That shit ain't easy. Like just because this shit scripted, just because I make the clips, don't get that shit fucked up. Especially niggas who say the shit fake. Like motherfucker, you still got to put in work. Hell, movies are fake, but you still got to remember your lines and study that shit, method acting, and do all this other extra shit. They make it look easy because they've been doing that shit. We can't unless we put in the work to get to that level. Hood legend. AI was a hood legend. Everybody had that half and half jersey. It was like half white, half black with the 3. And then you had some motherfucker. They had the blue one too. That blue junk. Yeah, AI was a dog, man. So probably go game 7. KD versus Braun haven't played against each other in the playoffs since 2018. And damn, that makes me feel so old. 2018 was so long ago. They done been through multiple teams in that sense. Kevin Durant definitely changed her. That nigga was a Phoenix Sun. Last year, that nigga was a Phoenix Sun. Before that nigga played for Brooklyn. This nigga went from the Midwest to the West Coast to the East Coast to the Southwest to the Deep South, Texas, what the fuck that shit is called. This nigga been traveling. LeBron went from the East to the West, and now the nigga got a kid in the league. A lot has changed. Nuggets T-Wolves go to game 7. If they smart, they push that shit to 7 for sure. His ass should have got Cam should have got the memo. It's fake, but you'll still get whooped. Oh man, that shit had me rolling. That is the last thing I expected on my timeline the other day was seeing Jey Uso and Cam. And Jey Uso pulling that nigga over the motherfucking table and shit. Did not expect to see that shit. And they were talking spicy too, boy. Say it's all scripted, but you can't script the motherfucking leg break. Exactly. Or Kevin Ware for Louisville. Or Gordon Hayward. And that's one of the worst because the camera angle got the perfect view of his shit snapping. And it was the first game too. It was like it was the baseline camera when Gordon Hayward shit broke. Probably about 5 feet away. But yeah, you still gotta take bumps, man. You remember it's NBA, NFL, wrestling, baseball, whatever. Think about this: the batters when they get hit by pitches. That motherfucker really got hit by a pitch. You can't fake that shit. Nigga really got hit by that bitch. Ball going 100 miles per hour at your head, at your knees, at your leg, at your groin, God forbid. So WWE need to don't get me started on this shit because they need more than right. They trying to sell tickets a day before WrestleMania still, bro. They desperate as hell. Last week, they brought out Pat McAfee talking about some 25% off a week before Mania. Like, nigga, it's not just like a snap of the finger that you can just jet to Vegas for Mania, especially how high the tickets are now. When they done marked them up 100% higher just to cut them down to 25%. Like, motherfucker, you ain't slick. People done caught on to that shit. But yeah, I got more to say about that shit tomorrow and Sunday for WrestleMania. So tune in for that shit. So Roman spent all night partying, playing with his nose, playing with some other stuff, and he come to practice the next morning and work out. Get the Bulls 20 rebounds on top of that. Phil Jackson let that nigga be. He's like, I ain't gotta talk to him. He gonna show up. He gonna go shower. He gonna go out there, grab 20 of these motherfuckers, pass it to MJ, pass it Scottie Pippen. But yeah, you gotta be crazy to do some shit. I couldn't imagine doing that. I can't imagine doing that other thing he did where he messed around and broke his shit, trying to run and dive into the chick. I couldn't imagine doing some shit like that, even under substance. That's the craziest shit I've ever heard. Like, in what world do you think that's a good idea to literally slam dunk into some coochie? That's crazy as hell. Can't trust the Suns with them leads. 6-point game, 207. I swear has to be the longest first half. And if anything, at least one of these games gonna be close. They both shouldn't be blowouts. First one, whatever. Also Friday too. They hit happy hour with that first game, 7 p.m. People's in happy hour mode. Now it's happy hour crowd either went home and they chilling or they out or they that was the start and now they didn't reach their peak and now it's like, all right, we somewhere, but we gonna watch some shit. Cam gonna get his receipt tomorrow. You know what? I'm tired of the celebrity interference, but it's a match I could give a fuck about. I don't care about I Show Speed, Logan Paul, Austin Theory versus Jey Uso, Jimmy, and LA Knight. Like, I just don't. It's the opener anyway. It's whatever. I really don't care about that match. Only thing I'm curious about is how is I Show Speed really gonna do in the match because he athletic as fuck, and we've seen he could take a bump from Braun Breaker. What is he gonna do in this match offensively? I've never seen him throwing hands like that for real in the ring. Got homies with diehard WWE fans. You can tell them this version of WWE's ass Triple H ain't Vince. That's what happens when corporations get involved with shit that they don't know anything about. They fuck it up all the time because all they see is dollar signs. Shit, you seeing this in sports leagues, college football. Obviously, there's aspects of people who know about football and all that shit, but they at the end of the day they're gonna see dollar signs and they're like, how can we maximize this shit? Adam Silver, case in point. How can we maximize this shit? And there's a bunch of horrible ideas that destroy the product. Obviously, there's a C word for that called capitalism. But this WW, this is WCW in the 2000s bad. It's that bad. And mind you, I saw the PG era of this shit. And it wasn't this bad. You can see Cameron getting involved. Yeah, he did say, I'll see you at Mania. So he gonna show up. Shit, Trick Williams, he got a song with Lil Yachty. And it was over it was a Cardi B Jeezy song. I forgot the name of it. But the one that just dropped earlier this year. He made a Sami Zayn diss track over that shit, bro. That shit was tough. Shit, he out rapped Lil Yachty. I mean, I ain't really saying much. But the shit fire. He better win that belt too. Steph Curry, what he finna do? He cross the nigga up. Al Horford. He ain't shooting like he did the other night when that nigga made 3 threes in a row late. Got 40 seconds left in the first half. 47-43 Phoenix. D-Book, nothing. Lid on the basket. Shit, Phoenix shooting 4 of 19 second quarter. I was about to say if he made that shot for the and one. They give you 80s and 90s WWF and WCW. Yeah, I can't relate with that 80s part. I was a kid for the 90s WWF. I wasn't really into it like that, but it was on. You know, I mean, I had the fatback TV and shit. We had like 10 channels on that motherfucker. Saturday after cartoons go off, Fox switched. Yeah, Fox would go from cartoons to WWF. I think it had to been SmackDown. WWF SmackDown, what the fuck? They did like a re-airing of it, and you see it and shit. But yeah, still better than now. Said Knipples a con. His last name, I just hate it. I hate his last name so much. Speed messing with them. Yep. Cause your boy Aiden Ross brought him into this shit. If you remember, I Show Speed was doing a little streaming shit. Obviously living with his mom. Aiden Ross invited him out to LA. First time there and introduced him to that. What's the motherfucker name? Ava or whatever the fuck. And Aiden talked about what the fuck they did on stream, on purpose, obviously. Some time had passed. I Show Speed mom talked about how she didn't want her son out there in LA because she ain't know Aiden Ross and obviously the dangers and shit like that. And he young too, young and impressionable. Obviously, she had a point. And we see I Show Speed and where he is now. So, because we live in an era where we see streamers grow up, which is crazy to think. We see streamers from when they was teenagers to being adults doing like other shit. It's crazy as fuck. We used to be an era where it was child stars and you see him grow up, like Malcolm in the Middle. Now this nigga racing trucks in NASCAR. If you had told me this shit 20 years ago, I would have laughed you out the room. Like, all right, yeah, right, okay, yeah, he gonna be a NASCAR. All right, but and shit, the show made a comeback too. They did a reboot. Shit's hilarious too. I need to check out the new episode. On Saturday, Static Shock missed so much. Yes, it did, bro. That show was so good. And they hold it so bad. So fucking bad, bro. The only reason that shit got canceled because they wanted to do toys and action figures, and they were like, there's not a demographic or a target audience for a black superhero action figure. That was the excuse. As like we really had any before that, for real. Like what black superhero action figures did they have when we was, if he was a 90s baby, watch Static Shock growing? What the fuck was there? We didn't have shit like that. The closest thing to black action figures was wrestlers. Like a Booker T or something. Bobby Lashley. Maybe a Jon Stewart, but that's even a stretch. You got elementary children, that streamers we watch and grow up. Who is okay? First off, ain't no we on this elementary streamer shit. I don't know what the fuck going on, but I can't. I don't know. I don't know nothing about that. I don't know. Whoever the parents is, take the goddamn phones away. The fuck you streaming for if you got homework and shit? You in elementary school. I don't. That's weird. That's weird as fuck. That's. I mean, they the new celebrities for real. Why you think rappers switch from rapping to streaming, whether it's Finesse 2 Times, etc. They Sauce Walker got into the shit. Obviously, he's still rapping though, but you seen other rappers doing the shit, Wiz Khalifa and shit. That's why they the new celebrities, at least for kids, because kids go crazy over them. Well, I think Braun was shitting on the city of Memphis, man. Simple. He don't like niggas. There, I said it. LeBron does not like niggas at all. He can pretend all he want. He can do a little fake. They didn't defecated the nigga house or whatever, vandalized or put the N word. LeBron don't like niggas. And that's part of the whole agenda. You think about it. And again, I'm gonna say this about Memphis. I can't speak on the hotel. I don't know if it's really bad and all this other shit. But the way that is being brought up, because obviously he ain't the only one to say it about Memphis. I'm gonna make that clear now. But the way he was talking about it and who he was around when he said the shit says a lot. But overall, the fact the media is talking about it, and they keep mentioning another city in Tennessee, obviously you know what city that is, Nashville. feels like an agenda to push the Grizzlies to Nashville eventually. They might get the Seattle Supersonics treatment. How they got sent to OKC, except this a little bit more conveniently closer. Because oh yeah, there's another city he was shitting on too, Milwaukee. I ain't been to Milwaukee. I ain't heard nothing good about Milwaukee. I'm gonna be honest with you. But that's another one he said. There's two cities he hates playing in. That's Memphis and Milwaukee. But yeah, there's obviously bigger market. Wrong demographic though. Grit and grind doesn't scream country music, Jelly Roll, Zane, not Zane Wallen, Morgan Wallen. It don't. Can you imagine seeing a bunch of country music stars courtside for an NBA game? No, you don't see that shit now. Even with the Texas teams, you don't see them showing no goddamn country music stars and shit. No, you see black people, you see black celebrities. You see, if it's white people, it's actors and shit, but you don't see country stars. That's the last thing you see. You don't even see them singing the national anthem. That should tell you everything right there. All-Star game. What type of artists do they bring for All-Star games to sing that motherfucker? Pop stars, R&B. You ever seen Taylor Swift sing a national anthem for an NBA All-Star game? No. Horrible place to try that shit. They got hockey. That should tell you everything. Nashville has hockey. There's a big influence in Nashville. I have friends that grew up playing roller hockey. I didn't even know that shit existed. I thought that was just on Rocket Power and some shit up north or in Canada. To send the Grizzlies back to Canada. Let's not do that. Let's not send them back to Vancouver. If you think LeBron hates Memphis, he'll hate Vancouver because they burn shit down when they teams lose. And that's another thing. LeBron played a goddamn Cleveland. The fuck he talk about some he can't stand going to Memphis and Milwaukee. Like Joakim Noah said it best. No one's going to vacation in Cleveland. But that's what makes it even crazier specifically for him. Other players though, like Kevin Durant, Ant-Man, all that shit, it's like whatever, but nigga, it feel like an agenda to me. Their pro sports have been in Milwaukee. Obviously got the Brew Crew. Cleveland, you got the shit stains. I mean the Browns. Memphis not a pro sports town. The Titans at one point played in Memphis. A lot of people don't know that shit, so they've had a pro sports team before. And none of that XFL, UFL shit, but they've had a pro sports team before. I think Ivy was used by the league to show what happens when you speak out. Basically made an example out of. If he did it on his own, he still would have got blackballed. That's the thing. So it could have been, but the biggest test, does he get signed by another team? That's really the biggest tell. If he ends up getting signed by another team, it's like, yeah, nigga, you were just playing a role and they repaid you and shit. Welcome back to the league, whatever. You're gonna go sit down for a little bit with your 8-point averaging ass motherfucker. But if we don't see that nigga come back, nah, he pissed off the wrong people, which obviously the shit he was talking about, that's in this era of NBA, that's not gonna fly. Every dude said LeBron time is up. You ain't seen him smile. Plus, he said he just wants to live after retirement. Just strange. Boy, that's an understatement. I don't think when he retires, he's just gonna fuck around and pass away just like that or no shit like that. I'm not in the business of trying to predict when people die because that's stupid. But is something he worried about? It could be, maybe it's not even somebody necessarily passing. It could be something that hurts his reputation, especially how cognizant he is about the whole GOAT debate and how he has to call himself the greatest player over and over because he has to convince himself of that shit because he truly don't believe that shit because he know better. And I think it might be maybe the PDs finally when he retires because people have been talking about it for years. But then the media doesn't have an incentive to protect your ass anymore because you don't play. You're retired. We can let the shit fly now. Now people can speak out left or right, and you can't do shit about it. Rich Paul going to work overtime. I don't think it's gonna be the Cappy Pondexter shit. I highly doubt that because that involves I don't know a code word for that shit. But cars and shit. A bunch of cars at 5 o'clock. You know what that's called? That. So I don't think that's ever gonna come out anytime soon. But if it did, that would destroy his whole shit. Because Milwaukee's very racist. I thought Milwaukee had a bunch of black people. The only good thing about Milwaukee is that it's near Chicago. I didn't know it was near Chicago. I just know that place got dirty ass snow. And they got them little Kia boys and shit. They be stealing cars, doing that GTA shit. Nashville's safer than Memphis. Duh. We know that much. But Nashville's not a basketball town, though. That's the thing. Like, that is the wrong demographic, man. That's like if they moved the Hawks from Atlanta to Savannah, Georgia, that is. Wrong demographic. Same state, wrong demographic. There can only be one Utah Jazz for real. That was like when he first moved there. When he first moved to LA, that's when that whole shit about the vandalism they said happened. That was for him to get sympathy and all that shit too. Donald Sterling, we know about him. FX will remind us of that shit too. That's another knock on why the Clippers ain't doing shit too. That motherfucker. Even though he's gone, that's part of it. LeBron said he don't like Cleveland. That nigga ain't shit. He's the same man that said, Cleveland, this is for you after winning in 2016. And then he's like, man, I don't really fuck with that city. Nah, fuck that city, bro. That's crazy as hell. This the same nigga who said, I'm coming back home after leaving the Heat to come to the Cat. That's crazy. Yeah, I don't really fuck with that city, man. That's wild. Man, that nigga lie about anything. That shit funny as hell. That Memphis a pro sports town is just Memphis. Memphis strives and everything, but they aren't the face of it. Like people take so much from Memphis and they don't always get credit. Facts. Oh damn, y'all deep down in chat. But yeah, I remember at one point Memphis used to be the largest city in Tennessee. And obviously the growth of Nashville changed that shit to where Nashville's number one. Because a lot of people, that used to be like a trivia question, at least in Chattanooga. When we were younger, what city in Tennessee had the most people? By default, everyone used to say Nashville because it was the capital. It's like, nope, it's actually Memphis. Now that shit didn't change. Nashville, Memphis, Knoxville, Chattanooga, Clarksville. Yep, they did. They were the Tennessee Oilers too. Yeah, I don't fuck with D Wade because of that shit. Because it's a shame. He was a nice basketball player, but yeah, that I don't fuck with that shit. That Nashville used to have. Nigga, they still got crime. They just fucking do better PR to hide the shit. This is the same shit they do for Chattanooga. People that ain't never been there assume, oh, Chattanooga's so nice. They got canoes and you can go hiking and all this shit, nigga. Growing up, there were so many shootings and shit in Chattanooga. It's not even funny, but they still got shootings and shit. They still got gangs and all that shit. They had a whole RICO back in the 90s and they supposedly busted like 19 gangs. And that was supposed to be the end of it for drugs and all this shit. It was a whole operation. And my entire childhood, my entire adolescence, my entire time as an adult, them gangs still here. So don't let that Nashville shit fool you. They got crime too. It's not on Memphis's level, but they don't put it on Front Street the same way either. Different demographic that represents that city. To Nashville got YNs. Every city got YNs. Every city that got black people got some YNs. I don't know about no YWs. I ain't seen them yet. If we see those, I know this country is mega cooked. When you start seeing some YWs in this motherfucker, they got on shiesties and shit. Over with. That motherfucker take off that shit. He got bangs and shit. That nigga skateboard and wear Vans. It's over with. Don't let him near no school. Also, Nashville be having weird shit happen too. Like, let's not forget them tornadoes that swept through there. It might have been 2020. That was part of their gentrification process too, and they only hit the black areas. But Nashville, they be having weird shit. They had that, was it the outage on Christmas a few years back as well. Nashville has some weird shit happen from time to time that just you can't explain in a way that would make sense for it just to be a coincidence. I'm gonna put it like that. Says some young ass. I know those exist. Trust me. I know about them YEs. I know they exist for sure. You say I'm a Memphis Tigers of all, man. I ain't never been no Memphis Tigers fan, man. Hell no. Isaiah Thomas too. 50-45. We back third quarter. Phoenix still up. Tip in. 52-45. But yeah. Yeah, just like Isaiah Thomas, like I was talking about earlier. His son was in an interview on, might have been Dateline. I think it was Dateline. Asking about like what happened, how he was M'd, essayed, R-worded, whatever you want to call it. When he was younger, he told the story of what happened, and then they asked him, "Do you know who did it?" This motherfucker paused and was like, "I don't know who did it." Like, I understand trauma is a thing and the way that trauma affects people psychologically. A lot of people experience trauma, they don't necessarily remember the incident in that very moment because their body is in extreme fight or flight. A lot of neurons are firing off, a lot of things are going on in the brain. But that motherfucker knew. That motherfucker definitely knew. He just knew he couldn't say shit. If it was something like he had a crazy, I don't know, like super crazy car accident, and the car rolled and all this other shit, caught on fire, and it was super traumatic. And then they asked him, I was like, okay, I understand. That's a very extreme situation that you would not, nobody would want to relive. 7 point lead, Phoenix. And LeBron needs to go into politics. He'd make a good. That nigga is illiterate. He would not be a good politician. That nigga can't read. And that's by Joe Biden, Trump, whoever the fuck, whatever politician is struggling. Standards. He be lying his ass. Here's the thing though. The biggest lie about LeBron off the court, all basketball, all Illuminati, whatever the fuck shit aside, is that nigga's an idiot. That is the biggest lie about him is they always try to show LeBron as this smart, high IQ individual and all this shit. No, it's the people around him that's smart. LeBron's a fucking idiot. You saw the shit with the book. All he had to say was, "I ain't read the book or I ain't finished it." The bookmark was on page 4. LeBron is an idiot. He's just athletic. If you've ever heard him talk about anything outside of basketball, you can tell if it ain't wine and if it ain't some tequila or some shit, that nigga's a fucking idiot. You can send me some shit from Tennessee because those YWs are as bad. I wouldn't doubt it, man. I ain't never seen them though. No, I seen one. Yeah, I seen one. He was in the gang when I was a kid, but nowadays I don't go to places where I see YWs. If I do, I know some shit's fucked up. Anytime an outage happens, I immediately I Google that shit and say outage. What happened? Are other people experiencing this shit too? That's the first thing I do. If it's like a bunch of spikes on that shit, I'm like, yep, I ain't the only one. I know some shit happened. Transformer exploded, some shit. But then my Pod's finna do. Oh, he gonna pass to Draymond. Porzingis can't get the N1. But I knew some shit was up because it was Christmas too. The fact it happened on Christmas. My Nuggets coach go to college. He on some Belichick shit with the young girls. I don't know if he got a paid arrangement with a woman he knew when she was underage and shit like that to come along with him. It is a questionable, very questionable hire as a UNC fan. I don't know how I feel about this, except I know for a fact this shit better not turn out like Bill Belichick with that goddamn football team. I know that. Cause he gonna get ousted quick as fuck if it's like that. I promise you that. If that first year say they don't make the tournament and say they have a losing record, that nigga's gonna be gone after the first year. But it is weird because Mike Malone hasn't had college coaching experience in 20 years. Super weird. It's a splash hire, and my biggest worry is these NBA players or NBA coaches, former NBA coaches, don't have to deal with the transfer portal in the NBA. Because in the NBA, niggas got contracts and shit like that. Obviously, just player empowerment. Players could move and all this other shit. But there's more structure there. In college, the whole goddamn team could just transfer just like that. They could have dropped 20 for UNC. They could have made it to the Elite Eight and Final Four, held the national championship game and lost. That motherfucker gone. All because Gonzaga, Arizona. I ain't gonna say Duke. I ain't heard that part yet about it. Them going to the ops. But any of these teams throw them the bag. Arkansas. They gone just like that. And now you got to scramble and build a whole new team of players that ain't never played together and shit like that from other schools. And then you got to battle the other schools trying to get that player too. It's a lot. So I don't know how he gonna handle that shit. Cause this shit is madness. You gotta be. I don't know how these coaches get sleep with all this transfer portal shit, basketball or football. Especially them football. God damn, bro. That shit be so annoying. Okay, real quick. That team that starts with a B after Chiefs, you know goddamn well they not going to the Super Bowl. We just gotta get that clear right now. Don't give motherfuckers hope. Because over here, we about crushing Bill's hope. We about crushing they hope anytime they have it. Stomp on that shit. Put on some metal baseball cleats and stomp on that shit and twist. Get on them Trick Williams, lemon pepper steppers and stomp all up on that shit. Seth Rollins curb stomp the hope of them motherfuckers. Cause they gotta learn the hard way now. You can't be nice about it no more. You can't say hey, they just not gonna make it. Nah, crush they hope, crush they dreams. Let them know if they fuck with that Toronto football team, crush their dreams because it's never gonna happen. Then take their tears and make sure they evaporate and then stomp on those too. But yeah, that team, we don't talk about them punk ass niggas. We don't fuck with them over here. Anyway, what's good, Bronze man? Shout out to you, man. Shout out my nigga Bronze in the building. So LeBron can't be no worse than him. I bet LeBron could be worse. If it's even possible, he could be worse. Trust me. I think at some point though, Dwayne the Rock Johnson gonna fuck around and be our president. Like 2030 shit. Not now, but 2030 shit when this Hollywood shit, his theme finally goes down and shit, and it's like, oh, he really can't be in movies no more. He gonna switch to politics. Young Rock kind of showed us that already. Exactly. Niggas want to be hard headed. Niggas want to be hard headed. So fucking bad. Said did Lacey have no anybody who picks that team in Toronto to win the Super Bowl has CTE. That's your answer. Said Michigan had a whole new five. And I know it was a bitch and a half to get all them niggas too. To constantly fly out and meet up with all these niggas and constantly text them back and forth. I ain't gonna say email because text is obviously quicker, but yeah, it's a whole different ball game. And Dusty made coach college basketball before. He was at FAU previously, so he knows how the shit goes. Mike Malone finna walk into a fucking buzzsaw with this shit. Bill Belichick obviously couldn't do it. He had to get his little escort girl to get in tune with the shit that young people say just to connect. That's another thing too. Can you connect with the youth? Because if you can't, it's gonna be a fucking problem. Because they not like the motherfuckers that you was coaching in the league that's grown and shit. That might have been in the league some previous years that y'all kind of on the same eye level as far as the way you're thinking. Kids a lot different. Absolutely. I fucking hate them. I fucking hate them. What's my reaction if they make the Super? It's gonna be non-existent because it's never gonna happen. Stop asking me that stupid shit. All right. Who do I think they gonna rig the World Cup for in America? Not America, I can tell you that. I don't give a shit about soccer for real. It was a fun sport to play. Watching it, nah, I can't do it. When it comes in America, I might watch a game or two if it's on. If I'm out and about and I see it on TV, yeah, I'll check it out. But I don't give a shit about the World Cup coming to America at all. Give zero fucks. I didn't even watch the World Cup last year, last 4 years or whatever the fuck time was. I don't give a shit about the World Cup. 64-53, 11-point game. Curry getting helped up off the court. Not injury, but foul. Yeah, man, Yaxel. That nigga has no media training, and I've been meaning to talk about that too. That's gonna be an issue if he don't get that shit cleaned up. Because you remember Anthony Edwards, he's gotten a little bit better since he first got in the league, but still, Anthony Edwards still, an Atlanta nigga at the end of the day in his interviews. But Yaxel, he definitely gonna need some media training because I can see him fucking up real quick with that PR shit. Especially if he be getting on TikTok lives and shit like he was doing during the Final Four and the national championship. Yeah. Yeah, he need media training. He gonna be straight in the league, but he'll find his way out the league pretty quick if he don't get that media training shit taken care of. And I wouldn't compare him to LeBron. I had somebody I said Yaxel reminds me of. I was like, it ain't LeBron. It was like, shit. I forgot who it was too. Damn. And the player I'm thinking of in the playoffs too. I'm sure when one of these games come up, I'm gonna remember. But yeah, he need that media training shit for sure. You can play about any sport except soccer. I mean, yeah, it's a lot of running, but it depends on the position you play too. Like if you playing defense and your team has the ball most of the time, you ain't really gotta do shit. You ain't really gotta do too much. If you midfield, oh, you doing the most running. You gotta play offense and defense. And even then, it's not like basketball where everybody needs to get back. It depends on what side of the field it's on. Like if it's on the right side of the field and you were right mid, obviously your ass better be playing some goddamn defense. Somebody better kick it out to you and you run that bitch back up, cross it over to center mid, forward, whoever making for a through pass, cross, whatever the case may be. Left mid, he can kind of hang back a little bit. He can I guess I ain't gonna say not play defense, but he ain't really gotta play defense for real. Like he just he almost offense. That's the best way to word it. He almost offense. Center mid, it don't matter. You playing offense and defense the whole goddamn game. Forward, you chilling. You ain't gotta play no defense. That's the best shit ever playing forward. You just stand there and like, these niggas over here gotta play defense and shit. I'm just chilling, waiting for somebody to kick me the ball so I can score. What's good? Black Mirrors TV in the building. Shout out to my guy, man. What's up with you? See, we got the birds flying and shit, man. He be fishing. He be out there with the birds and the fishes and nature. Next, you gonna have a bear channel. I bet you're gonna be going bear hunting or some shit. Suns push the lead back up by 14. They might be setting this shit up for like one of them close fourth quarter games. The Warriors gotta make a comeback like they did against the Clippers. Because the Clippers had a comfortable lead before the Warriors stormed back to make the shit dramatic. Mm. Steph passing out for the three. Oh, talking about a magnet, man. That basket got a whole rim job. You know that nigga got help on that shot. Still down by 11 though. Mm. Draymond got called for the foul. They was a ransom book. I mean, damn, Draymond, shit. Over trying to hug the man and shit. Like, chill. Relax. This ain't even the playoffs, it's the play in. Phoenix finna inbound this motherfucker. I can say at the very least, this game is closer than that damn Magic Hornets game because that was just a travesty. No good by Green on that 3 shot. For a second, it looked like he was finna get that Halliburton treatment, but the ball just shoot all the way up and then go back in there. Not so much. So that's one thing you were afraid about with the Rockets keeping the lead. That's the name of the game for the playoffs in that first round or so, especially the first round blown leads. like team storming back and shit like that. You got to create some type of headlines, even if it's for a game and they get beat 4 games to 1. And the team that won the one game had to make the crazy comeback. All right, so we got Toronto at Cleveland tomorrow, 1 p.m. on Prime. 3:30, T Wolves Nuggets Prime. 6 o'clock, Hawks New York Prime. All the shit on Prime except for that Rockets and Lakers. That's some bullshit, bruh. Cause Mania come on at 6, man. What the fuck? You really gonna make me decide between the Hawks and Knicks and WrestleMania? It's a good thing WrestleMania ain't gonna be as good this year. Cause what the fuck, man? It's gonna be a lot of shit going on this weekend. Gold 10 on Draymond Green. But yeah, Saturday finna be crazy as fuck, man. You got Mania, NBA playoffs. I'm pretty sure hockey's right around the corner. If not, I think they shit starts this weekend too. And then after that, it is the desert time of the season. That's when it's baseball and NASCAR. I'm cool with the NASCAR shit. But baseball and NASCAR, that's when shit get rough. Because with NASCAR, I gotta wait till the weekends for this shit. $10-point lead again. 72-62. You know what the good positive though is about Mania is it's not good, but it's good for my own interest in this Hawks game tomorrow. All the ads. There's so many ad breaks in WWE's PLEs and shit. I can cut away. I'm like, all right, man, let me watch this shit. Cause shit, most of the damn PLE be entrances and commercials. AEW would never. But gives you some time to switch it up and shit. And I'm sure the shit will be over by the time that Rockets Lakers game hits the second half. Should be at least. WrestleMania needs to go back to being the first weekend in April. I don't care about it being the first, second weekend. It should just be one night. Or if anything, though, if they want to combine all the matches, I think it's 14 matches total. Just start earlier in the day. Just do that shit. Instead of 6, I don't know, start at 3. Wait a minute, Vegas time, couple hours. Oh, it'd be early in the day on Vegas. It's what, noon? That is early for some wrestling shit for real. For 14 match, damn, that's a lot. Wake up early and do it. That's a lot. That's a lot. But they should consider doing some shit like that. Obviously, more money made with the 2-night split. So NHL playoff starts tomorrow. See, hockey, basketball, WrestleMania. Yeah, shit, a lot of shit going on. This is like second to what we get in the fall when every sport is on at the same time, from NFL, NBA, NHL, NASCAR got their playoffs, MLB got their playoffs. Don't give a fuck about women's basketball, but all that shit going on at once. But you got WNBA to get you through the summer. Shit. Hey, you on your own on that one, man. I can't watch that shit. The most I can do is women's college basketball, and even then, that shit is a stretch, man. Couple years ago, it was decent with Caitlin Clark, South Carolina, UConn, Beckers, and all that shit. That wasn't bad. I tried this year, I couldn't do it. That shit was rough. WNBA, yeah, no. 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 All right, Bree. I'm curious because I know we had this discussion before. What is it that's exciting about the WNBA? What is it that sets it apart from the NBA? I'm really curious about this. Are the games more physical? Are they closer? Like, what is it that got you tuned in? Same for you, Lorenzo. What is it that got you tuned into the WNBA? Because I tried being open minded about women's college basketball post Pat Summer era. Shit didn't turn out too well. I'm curious what it could be for the current WNBA. Because I've never been open minded about that shit. What's my thoughts about the NFL having a kickoff game on Wednesday at Seattle? That is that's the most NFL Roger Goodell shit ever. That's what the fuck that is. Wednesday, because we got college football on Mondays. We've had college football on Tuesdays. I think Conference USA's on Tuesdays. Maction was on Wednesdays. Thursday was ACC for a bit. Then the Big Ten, Pac-12 at one point. And Friday, every day of the week had football. So this ain't nothing new shit. Even when the world shut down, remember that? Remember that shit? And they came back and they had fans and they had to reschedule games. We was getting CBS games on Wednesday. It's not a big deal to me. And part of it is the whole international push too. They got a primetime game was a Thursday or Friday. Okay, he said it. The games are physical and they run actual sets and plays. Okay. I know in some highlights, not necessarily WNBA, but in women's college basketball, I did see a lot more like actual fights and shit. It wasn't just this shove and match shit or I'm gonna get in your face and talk shit and act like I'm gonna do something but not really do shit. They was pulling hair and doing some shit. So I will give you that. WNBA, I don't know if it's to that level, but you say they run actual sets and plays. Here's the thing. I'm gonna need to see them making some fucking shots. I'm gonna need to see them not missing simple layups. Cause I done seen that shit before, and it wasn't just Angel Reese. It was some other women. I'm like, hey, that was a guy. The motherfucker would have gone in. You with the 2 night WrestleMania because you couldn't see yourself being in one spot for 8 to 10 hours. I don't know if it'd be 8 to 10 hours. Cause the way I see it, if they did, if they combine the way it is now with the card, say 14 matches, and just put it on there for one night, it'd probably be the length of AEW, like one of their pay-per-views. Because AEW typically run, yeah, that shit was about 4.5 hours. Yeah, that AEW Dynasty last weekend, that shit didn't end until like 12:45 a.m. And that started at 8 p.m. So yeah, except no ads, so it's worth it. But WWE, you got to throw in ad time on top of that. Yeah, that's about 5-6 hours. And realistically, you cut some of these matches out too that they got on this card. NBA shoot threes, more free flowing game and dunks here and there. The one thing about NBA I don't like is the chucking up threes aspect that every team tries to replicate. If it was certain players that was doing or certain teams, like if it was, say, the Warriors were doing it because they got Steph or the T Wolves or whoever the case may be, I'm just throwing some teams out, and other teams had a different style where they weren't shooting a shit ton of threes and was more maybe mid range, or we gonna bruise you up in the paint, we gonna back you down with the big men and shit. And there's more variety with playing styles. It'd be cool, but when every team chugging up threes, that's when it gets annoying. And that's one of the things I like about, say, college football. There's so many different styles that you can play. You don't have to play. Not every team has the same style to play. Some teams don't even imagine passing the fucking ball. Army, they just run. You just know them niggas gonna run the whole fucking game. It's gonna be a quick game too, because that clock always running. Other teams, they gonna air that bitch out. What the fuck is a running back? Deion Sanders. What the fuck is a running back? We gonna air this bitch out 50 fucking times. But NBA, yeah, they need. That's what they really need. It's not so much that everybody shoot threes. They just need to get some variety in their offenses. amongst the teams. Because teams be having players or personnel that they can't even pull off the shit they doing for real. Didn't have a 9 or 10 international games this year football season. That's about what they had last year because there was a streak of Sunday morning games when they was in England, Ireland, Germany. Now what is it? Brazil, France, Mexico, England. They going all over the world. Eventually Australia. I think they are going to Australia actually. Eventually Japan because Japan got American football over there. So Haley Jones like Draymond, Liberty and Valkyries are actually very entertaining. As far as the entertainment goes, Chelsea Gray is a very entertaining version of Chris Paul. It's crazy because I have no clue who any of these people are. I don't know who Haley Jones is. I don't know who Chelsea Gray is at all. I was expecting you to name somebody I would have knew, but hey, it gives me something to look up now. So they need to lower the rim. They should have been did that. Get some dunks in. Lower that rim. Lower your pride and lower the rim. That's what the fuck they need to do. So some of these women can goddamn dunk. They won't be missing all these goddamn layups and shit. I can't recall a Wednesday kickoff either. Mm-hmm. Oh, we know that. 77-69, 33.2 left in the game. Steph 2 of 8, 7 points, 1 of 5 from 3. He's not playing very Steph like he did against the Clippers. But yeah, NHL, they set time aside to fight NHL. That's the best shit I've ever seen in a sport. It's like, you know what, y'all niggas talking shit? We're gonna stop all this. Y'all squabble right now. Then one of y'all gonna get over there. We're gonna put this puck back out and we're gonna play. But right now, y'all squabble. NFL, no. Ain't no telling what happened if they did that shit in the NFL. They let niggas squabble for real for a little bit. There wouldn't be a fair one. There's too many niggas on the field. 252 man rosters and shit. Hell no. Somebody getting jumped. 78-69 into the third. It's refreshing. Okay. I guess you can compare it to like the AEW, WWE type thing. They both pro wrestling, but they both have different feels. And watching each show feels different. So I guess yeah, WNBA probably feels different. Don't mean I'm gonna tune in like that, but I can see that part. So the women's game is the closest thing to how the game used to be in the 90s. I've never heard anyone say that shit before. Fan of the mid-range shot. Women play more defense than the men. We sure they just can't shoot for shit? Like, I get the physicality, but we sure they just can't shoot for shit for real? Because again, I can't ignore some of the shit I be seeing. Granted, they were highlights. Was not the most flattering light for the WNBA for all the positive shit y'all saying. I'm not sure. Is it just the highlights that make me think this, or they just showing certain shit, leaving things out, and it's like there's some good shit that happened, but it didn't make the highlight type shit because it wasn't spectacular enough. They check out the Liberty versus Aces, Valkyrie Sparks. To Dominique Malonga. She can dunk. Plays for the Storm. Okay. I know about the Aces. Obviously, the Liberty, they've been to the WNBA finals. We know about the Aces and shit, Aja Wilson and all that. NHL being slept on. NHL ain't being slept on for real. I think it's not popular in the black community. That's all that is. I got enough sense to know hockey is exciting to watch. But what trips me out about it is the long period breaks in between. That shit always bothered me. It's like, bro, this shit, each period break should not feel like halftime. They should be like quarters in basketball, where there's a commercial break. It don't feel like halftime. Where let's cut back to the crew in TNT and shit and have them talk for like 20 goddamn minutes. And whenever there's stoppage, let the clock run up until the last 2 minutes. That's another thing that tripped me out about hockey. But other than that, fast pace. You're gonna see some action. You're gonna see some niggas get hit up against the glass. All that shit. People might trip somebody with the hockey stick and shit. My only other knock though, it is hard to keep up with that puck on TV. I don't know if they could do something where they can make an visual effect on the TV that could actually keep up with the puck as fast as it's traveling to make it stand out more. Like make it blue or some shit. I don't know. Cause that's my biggest thing. I cannot keep up with where the fuck that puck is when they start shooting and shit. I'm like, I'm looking all over the screen. Like, where the fuck is that goddamn puck? I see a bunch of people over here, but where the fuck is the puck? You know what I'm saying? I know you can see a motherfucker dribbling the basketball. You can see a football player running with that bitch, quarterback holding that motherfucker, throwing it and shit. You don't lose it. Baseball, you can keep up with that shit. That hockey puck, hell no. It's just me seeing the highlights. Why is the bad shit in the highlights then? That's the problem. Those sound like low lights. We'll see, man. If I get desperate, maybe. If I'm just like, you know what, I don't want to watch baseball today. Ain't no NASCAR on. Ain't no IndyCar on. Ain't no Formula One on. Fine. But the moment I see some bullshit, the moment I see a missed open layup, over with. I think the repopularity of baseball. Nigga, abs? Huh? Wait, nah, that gotta be something else, man. What? I don't know what ABS is, but repopularity. Is baseball getting more popular though? Because I don't think so. It's kind of where it is where it is in the popularity chart. It's never gonna get past the NFL. The days of baseball, 80-72, by the way. Sun's up. 10:50 left. But the days of baseball being the America's pastime, that shit is past. That shit is never coming back. It's basically gonna be the only one they might pass, and even then, I don't think it's gonna happen. Is the NBA, which I highly doubt would happen. But they're kind of where they are in popularity. They're kind of just stuck in that spot. Like it's on, it's convenient. It's a lot of games. It's on enough that people know about it. They got obviously teams people know about that don't even watch baseball. Everybody knows about the Yankees, the Dodgers. The list goes on about different teams, but I wouldn't say it got more popular, especially in America. If you can find somebody getting crossed the fuck up, like sat down, where they do that little when they drop and do that little slide like they took a charge. If you can find some shit like that, since they can't dunk, or a nice layup, one of them Kyrie Irving kind of layups. Now we talking. The empty netter. Pulling the goalie. Boy, what the fuck kind of shot was that, D-Book? That was one of them NBA jam shots, man. That nigga did this long ass shit. And I'm like, nigga, what is this? He's on fire, head ass. You have more fun watching an amateur hockey game live than you did an NBA game live. I still have yet to go to a hockey game. Now we got a hockey team here. If I go, I want to see a fight. I don't really care who wins. Just I need to see some niggas throwing hands. Because that was the first thing when I was younger that I knew about hockey is they fight. That was it. Mm. Yeah, that's my only gripe. The puck is hard as hell to keep up with. That's a very lucky bounce for the Warriors. I say this, you know what would help with the puck if they gave us the NHL, like the video game. I don't know what you play with if you play the Chell video game, because obviously you got different camera views and shit. But on Chell, the one where you got the team up top and the team at the bottom, and you skate north to south instead of east to west like they do on TV. If they gave me that as to actually what I'm watching on TV, I could probably keep up with the puck a little bit better. And it definitely hooked me in quick because I'd be like, this is like playing a video game. Basketball, I don't really think it translates the same way. If they went with the 2K angle for a whole game, well, they be exposing themselves with a lot of shit with that one. But I couldn't imagine watching an NBA game like that, even if they did the little camera pan shit where they change whenever you change possession on 2K and the camera flips. Well, actually, they couldn't flip it quick enough. It wouldn't translate. Football, that should be perfect. Give me the Madden view of plays and shit. Like switch between TV and the Madden view. That should be fine. Oh, that shit. Okay. The reviews and the robot. Yeah, I got you. I got you. Okay, yeah, that shit. I'm not a fan of that type of robot interference involved in sports. Like we had a robot referee in the NFL, boy. Let that motherfucker fuck up the first time. The first time we ain't gonna see that robot ever again. It's gonna be like when they had them replacement refs. That's like the shit they got in soccer too, with like the telemetry of the goal. It can track exactly where the ball hit, even if it hit off the crossbar, upper 90, etc. Granted, they didn't have that shit for a while. 12-point game, man. 728. Oh, what the fuck was that? That looked like a travel or something. What the hell? It's like a pass fake step through. I don't know what the fuck Book did right there. Say baseball, golf. Golf, because you can't make noise. I don't like sports that are quiet all the time. Like that's just weird to me. Like if sports is supposed to be loud. I get baseball's quiet, but the fans erupt when some shit happens. Or the playoffs when the game close and the nigga at bat, you hear the crowd. But that golf shit is you gotta be quiet. That's the most bullshit thing I've ever heard in my life. The whole point of sports is you supposed to be able to perform under pressure. It don't matter if it's scripted, rigged, or whatever. Shit, pro wrestling, they need noise and sound. They had to pipe it in when the world was shut down. Ain't nobody in the arena. But this golf shit, this fuck all that, man. I want here's what I want. If you got a golfer and it's for the Masters, he got to make this putt. I want to hear the crowd. And for one, I know they drunk. I know they drunk because they be drinking like a motherfucker for them golf events. I want them loud as hell. Not comfortably loud where they saying racist shit because I know them country clubs like that, but I want them loud like on some college basketball free throw line shit, just making noise and shit. Do that while he got a putt and he gotta battle that shit too. He gotta think about how I gotta hit this motherfucker right here while the crowd loud as shit. That's what I want to hear. And then if you make it, the crowd erupts. So just add some noise to that motherfucker. Hell yeah. That's what I like to hear, man. Get some scrapping going on. Fuck a goal. Punch somebody. I'm curious though, what is the whole logic behind why you got to be quiet for golf? It don't make sense. Is it a respect thing or what it is? But it just don't make sense. Because to me, the craziest part about golf is some of these golf courses be having alligators and shit there. I don't know how I would feel comfortable if I was playing golf and I knew there's an alligator over here, and if I hit this ball over here in this water or near this water, this motherfucker might chomp my ankle off. How you expect me to golf now? How am I supposed to lock in fully? But if it was just a crowd, I'd be like, oh, it's just people, whatever. Hit my putt. This makes no sense. Playing golf on the Wii help you understand the score. Them golf games fun though. I ain't gonna lie. I shit on golf a lot, but the games do be fun. They just test your patience if you're not good at them. Because the moment you down, you get a bogey or some shit, you don't hit par. Over with. Over with. You ain't catching that nigga. It's over. You be on the third hole. It's over, bro. It's over. Just give it up. Hang it up. You gonna have to hit some eagles in that bitch just to catch up. And even then, that nigga gonna hit birdies and shit. And it's like, the fuck was my eagle for? This nigga done goddamn got a birdie. Then you rage quit. You don't even make it on the back nine. $92, 78, 712 left in the game. Steph Curry taking the night off, it feels like. But at 13 points. And it's weird seeing 78 points in the fourth quarter in this day and age in the NBA. Horford got a three going. 11-point game. He don't need to replicate what happened the other night for them to have a chance. Cause that's what they did with the golf league on ESPN, the one that Tiger Woods is in. Is he in that Saudi shit? The LIV or whatever? Because I know that's the one that was competing with PGA. And there's like a whole thing about it. Because Saudis, they getting into everything. Wrestling. NFL event. I wouldn't be surprised if eventually that shit come to Saudi Arabia. They have an NFL game over there. It would not shock me. I don't know about that. Then again, the whole shit going on over there. But money talks, so and Saudi's got a lot of that shit, so they might just overlook that. But yeah, Saudi's getting involved in a bunch of shit. Bunch of shit. They trying to turn Riyadh into the hub, the place to be for everything. That's why you see all these Riyadh season commercials and shit. Steph making a free throw, 94-83. 6:18 left in the game. For a 13 for assists, chewing aggressively on the mouthpiece like usual. He has yet to throw it. Nothing has triggered him to do so yet, but if he gets called for a foul, we might get that. But see the Celtics out the East. Yep. Go out the East, lose to somebody in the finals. Mm. Another three by the Suns. Niggas said the Celtics weren't even gonna make the playoffs because all the players they lost before. Actually, after they got eliminated last year, niggas was saying that shit, and in the offseason, people were saying that shit, and here we are. So I don't know about that. That was a good shot. Spurs out the West for sure. Somebody did mention though about a sleeper team being the T Wolves because nobody really talking about them on some contender shit type shit. So team to consider, but San Antonio, that's the team I'm looking at. Like games where there's no more than 240 points combined, anything over that feels like no defense. What fucks me up is when I see games where a team scored over 150 points. I'm like, that shit just don't look right. It don't sit right with me. 130, that's a little too much. Anything in 120 for some reason, I can tolerate that. But the moment that shit goddamn looks like 140 something, 150, and it wasn't overtime included, it's like that's crazy. It's a little crazy. That it did. That's the problem. Of course not. Nobody's is gonna pick the Suns to win the fucking finals, especially after they lost that finals to the Bucks. Everybody was off them. That would be the funniest shit if they won. I don't think they do, but that would be hilarious if the Pistons fuck around and won after how bad they were historically a couple years ago. So the Suns are cursed. When you think about it, besides baseball, every Arizona team is cursed. Cardinals, 7 playoff wins. Old ass football team too. They cursed. Diamondbacks, obviously they won one with Randy Johnson. But shit, they don't even have a hockey team anymore. Think about that. They don't have a hockey team. Suns, obviously, no finals wins. But Arizona's a weird place when it comes to sports because it's like they're mostly, for the most part, they irrelevant besides college basketball. Just in the landscape of sports. Arizona, they might get their shine here and there with the D backs. You know, the Cardinals, of course not. Nigga, please. You got your goddamn mind. The Suns, in recent years, before that, the Suns was irrelevant as fuck in the NBA. And of course, college football, Arizona is essentially irrelevant too. Besides that little playoff appearance they had with Scatterboo a year ago. Said the Mariners are the most cursed team ever. I remember for years growing up, it was like anytime shit seemed like it might have went well for them, shit would always hit the fan at the worst possible time. Obviously, I ain't seen them get this far before in my life, like they did this past season, the Mariners. What's good, white chocolate Chucky D? That's a crazy name, man. White chocolate Chucky D. That is something else. Appreciate it, man. D-backs won the only World Series in 0-1 against the Yanks. Yep. With them ugly ass colors they had back then, too, that made no sense. Barkley Suns the closest they got to a ring. Yeah. That's about as close as it's gonna get. Or you could take the CP3 team they had a few years ago, but obviously they didn't get over the hump, and that was the nail in the coffin for their time now. And it only got worse when they got KD. Because essentially, when you get KD post Warriors, that's your nail in the coffin right there. You get James Harden, nail in the coffin right there. Russell Westbrook, nail in the coffin, unfortunately. 99, 87, 438. Yeah, the Mercury, that's the only one. Every other team is essentially irrelevant. Mm. Brick by Curry, Horford passing it back to Curry. Oh, loose ball foul. Another foul on Dre. Bruh, you done goddamn put your hand on the nigga's shoulder and shit, boy. You like push the nigga down and shit. Trying to get a rebound. Trying to tip a rebound. Another three by Phoenix, 102-87. 4 minutes left in the game. You know goddamn well Draymond ain't finna hit that shit. Mm. Hold on. Careless pass by the Suns right there. Had he have made that pass, that would have been a nice ass pass if he had made that shit. But he just kind of put a little too much sauce on that motherfucker. Pods got the 3. 12-point game, 3:23 left in that motherfucker. Draymond is the only player in the league that he could straight up kick a nigga in the face and then be surprised, like, what I do? What I do? What happened? It's like, nigga, we all saw you. I remember that jersey. Holy shit. That's a deep cut pool right there, that red, green, and gold shit you talk about. I was like, what the fuck is you talking about at first? But yeah, that's a deep pool right there for the Sonics. It would be nice to see them reunite, but the clock is ticking. Westbrook maybe has another season before he retires, maybe 2, but that's a stretch. Durant, I'd give him more than 2 seasons. And if the league's smart, they'll find a way to have this nigga come back to Seattle. Because clearly Houston, he gonna be on another team next year. No matter if they win the first round, shit, win the second round, all that shit he said in the tweet, in them tweets off his burner. Yeah, he gone. He gone regardless. Think Seattle's getting paid back for the role they played in 2020s in it during that shit. Page 0 in Seattle. Push with those, yeah. And the Space Needle up there in Seattle. The thing about like Seattle is they've had talks for a long time about bringing the team back. Even before they announced they was gonna bring back the Sonics, or they was in the running for an expansion, but along with Vegas, they was already talks of this shit anyway. Because people was already pissed off when they left in the first damn place. How the fuck you leave Seattle to go to OKC? The fuck is there to do with OKC? I don't know. There might be some shit, but there was already talk years before that. I wouldn't say it's necessarily for the 2020 shit, but they was due. And the Storm, if I recall, was having success when they was gone anyway. I know they won a WNBA finals, if not multiple. And he fucked up Sabonis too. Let's not forget about that shit too. Like Draymond is the last nigga I would ever want to play a game of pickup or 21 with. God forbid you got 20 points somehow on Draymond Green. If you got 20 or fuck that, even 19, do you know what that nigga will do to you? Like, you try to drive in the paint, he will clothesline your shit, dog. You gonna get hurt. You gonna have to start chucking up threes like Steph Curry just so he don't fuck you up. He said he climb on top of the rim, do a Macho Man elbow drop on the defender, call it a foul, and swear he didn't do anything. Nah, he give a nigga a chair shot, bro. He run straight to the bench. Bah! Hit that motherfucker. He be like, he'll hold the chair and be like, I don't know what happened. I ain't do shit. It's like, nigga, we see the chair in your hand, dog. Dude be bleeding and shit from the chair shot and everything. He be like, he bleeding. I'm like, he was bleeding before the game. I was like, what you talking about, Draymond? What's dude name, bro? Big white dude. I know who you talking about. Damn. That Miles Leonard? Myers Leonard. That was his name. Dude, yeah, he ain't even in the league no more because he another one spoke out about them small hat people. That nigga got blackballed. Speaking of which, Myers Leonard, I forgot all about him. But yeah, Myers Leonard got it too. This nigga got a victims list when you think about it. Steven Adams, nutsack. Sabonis got stomped on. Herb Jones got stomped on. Myers Leonard got swung on. Rudy Gobert got choked out. That's a starting five of niggas he done fucked up, bruh. A starting five. Yeah, this nigga's a menace. We need to get him in that celebrity boxing shit. Get him to fight James Harrison or some shit. See how tough he really is. Because clearly NBA players, that's too easy for him. We need to give him like a linebacker. Give him a Khalil, put him in the ring with Khalil Mack and see how that shit go. Oh no, scratch that. Has Draymond Green ever done anything to James Johnson or tried him? Because that nigga got a black belt. He got a nut kick compilation. Boy, hell no, nah, bro. That's crazy as fuck. That shouldn't even exist, bro. A nut kick compilation? That should be damn near impossible to do. Especially playing basketball. Like, I can understand if you was a UFC fighter, you actually caught a nigga in the groin, but like in basketball, there's no reason for your leg to swing like that. The way that Draymond was doing this shit, because he was overextending his leg every time he's kicking it. It don't make no damn sense. You know what? Drug test him. Drug test Draymond Green for everything. Everything that makes you aggressive, drug test him for all that shit. Drug test him for cocaine, HGH, extra testosterone, steroids. It don't matter. Drug test him for all. Chemical V. Drug test him for that shit. He might have superpowers for all we know and superhuman strength and shit. Drug test him immediately. He might have that shit. Wolverine got that animanium in his bones. Drug test him right now. Give him a whole x-ray, pull his hair, take his piss in a cup, prick his blood, all that shit. Take a chunk of his skin. Yeah, get some of his DNA too. That nigga need to be drug tested. That nigga ain't right. That he be trying anything. Oh yeah, that nigga froze. Oh shit, that's funny as fuck. I saw a fake tweet that came out saying the motherfuckers getting divorced. And I was looking, I was like, I want to see how many people think this shit real. There are so many people that thought this shit was real. And the fucked up part was I can see it totally happening. At some point, it's gonna happen. It happened to his dad. At some point, it's gonna happen. Tom Brady had to go through the shit. So near the end of his career, Steph Curry, that nigga probably get a divorce. They'll probably fuck around and get divorced. Would not shock me. And it's gonna be a whole new story. It's gonna be dominated by the tabloids and shit like that. That Steph and Aisha, the sports power couple, got a divorce. Calling it now. Curry just shooting shit like on 2K now. Pass stolen 107.91. Put Draymond a supercell agent. Send that nigga overseas for the war, man. That's what we need to do. Since he ready to kick niggas in the balls and choke niggas out and stomp on, send that nigga overseas. That's what the fuck we need to be doing. All these crash out ass athletes, send them overseas. They are the most physically equipped people we got, even though some are too tall and shit to duck down from bullets. But still, we need to send them over there. Send them in the YNs overseas to fight this bullshit. But the Hornets played in OKC when the NOKC Hornets. That shit sounded so weird too. During when that city was getting hurt, hammered, and Katrina. I know they had a big fan base in OKC from that New Orleans, Oklahoma City Hornets team and shit during that time, and that gave them the idea, hey, let's put a team here and shit. But to take it away from the Seattle is crazy. There are other places you could have plucked from 30 if you wanted to move them and shit. I would have left Seattle alone because at that time, the Kings was irrelevant as fuck. I would have been plucking from Sacramento immediately. Because Sacramento's had what, one, maybe two okay years in a very, very, very long time. To look at them now, they still ass. They got a bunch of players that we knew in their prime was all stars and shit like that. But now they won 18 games. They go 1863 or some shit. 1864. Since the Dubs won in 22, 23 eliminated in the second round. I think that was the Lakers. Yeah, I think that was the Lakers series. 24 eliminated in the playing game for the 8th seed. Do not remember who they played. I do remember they lost. 25 eliminated second round to that nigga from Atlanta / the T Wolves. 26 eliminated in the play-in. Yeah, Steph done winning rings. It was awesome. You seen a lot of Warrior jerseys. I'm sure they got a lot of Cali transplants, much like a lot of states. Oh, a lot of southern states and shit get Cali transplants and shit. These motherfuckers move to Ohio. Stop coming here. Move to Ohio. We don't want y'all. Like some of y'all cool, but like move to Ohio for real. They got land or some shit, or I don't know. Ohio sounds depressing as fuck, but go there anyway and brighten it up with your Cali shit. Cause we don't need any more. We got enough apartments. We don't need more shit built. We don't need more people on the road not knowing how to drive and shit. Take all that shit to Ohio. Move to Cincinnati. Joe Burrow looks depressed. Go out there and comfort that nigga. Go that way. Go to the Midwest. Stay the fuck away from the South. Hey, what did we say? Adam Silver, you better not fuck this up. He done already fucked this shit up. Damn, Draymond semi crashed out. He ain't swing on nobody, but he semi crashed. Damn, Book got ejected. That's crazy. This nigga stupid. This nigga stupid. What the fuck was that, man, for Draymond? This nigga dumb. That's all they know how to build. They all look the same on the inside, same microwave, same stove, same countertops, same white walls and shit. Like really every building, not even just apartments. You look around at just like fast food. Remember all that shit used to be colorful. Wendy's, McDonald's, Taco Bell used to have the actual colors was what the building looked like. And now most of them all that gray ass color with the logo and shit. Some McDonald's still exist with their actual colors and shit, but still, you look at a lot of businesses, the same shit, that gray, that lifeless gray looking shit. Hell, you can look at the cars on the road. What color are most of the cars on the road you see? White, black, gray, some variation of gray. It's rare now when you see bright colored cars like a yellow, a red, a blue. That shit is rare as fuck now. It super stands out, and obviously, cops look for those first when you check for speed and shit. But still, everything went to that gray, lifeless shit. And before you know it, all the app logos and shit finna be gray, lifeless shit, and you can't tell them all apart either. Like we'll probably get to a era when Instagram logo gets rid of that purple, orange hue shifting, whatever the fuck that is. It'll just be black and white, just like X, black and white. Facebook probably get to a point where that motherfucker black and white, ain't no more blue, just black and white. Knoxville had plus 300% construction costs during CV19 while all major cities went down. Yeah, I know. I done seen it because we built on them goddamn 5G towers. And in that span, I just remember during the lockdown, driving around some areas I wouldn't even be around and shit typically. And I was like, when the fuck did all this shit come up here? And there was a bunch of apartments. There was even a bank I used to go to. You look now, the bank is gone. The fucking bank is gone. It's a big ass apartment complex. It looks nice, don't get me wrong, but it's just like, what the fuck? Right across from a Home Depot and shit. They'll put them shits anywhere. And Knoxville is one of the faster growing cities in this country, which I'm conflicted about that. Cause it's like we don't need it. We really don't. We don't have the terrain for that shit. There are way too many hills to be putting as many people here. And factor in people who can't drive for shit. And driving in Knoxville was like driving on expert difficulty in a video game. The shit, you got S's, you got 5-way intersections, you got 6-way intersections. I done seen roads fucking meet here and then another one meet here and the shit, and it'll be a turn in the middle of it. The shit makes no fucking sense. It is ridiculous. And most of that construction was for UT, by the way. Because they always building shit. They always building dorms and apartments. That's all they know how to build is apartments and dorms. So we finna turn into The Giver. That's a crazy reference, man. Yeah, they want everything to be the same and shit. It kind of goes into conformity and all that other shit too. Kind of how social media is with how it made people want to fit in more than stand out. Everybody want to do the same shit. And that's what happened versus in my generation, it was you would do everything in your power to stand out and not fit in. What I'm saying, bro, send them to Sevierville. Nah, this shit. Send their ass to Sevierville. It's close to Gatlinburg. They got plenty of shit up there, even though they traffic hell. But expand that shit. The unredneck that place. Your friend said if you can learn to drive in Knoxville, you can drive anywhere. That's a fucking fact, dude. Because Knoxville is the best way to describe it. Because I'm about to get up off here. Is like playing Forza Horizon. Like you got them like crazy or the crew if you played that before. Where some cities got them crazy ass roads. Like you got to drive from like through San Fran and all that shit to get up to Seattle or Vegas. Through Cali, they got all them windy crazy. That's like driving in Knoxville, but a little bit harder than that. It's fucking ridiculous. And don't get me started on the highway because niggas are jackasses on the highway. Hmm. All right, man. I'm finna get up out of here. It's almost 1 a.m. I gotta do my review of WrestleMania Night 1 tomorrow. And then I'm live Sunday for night 2 of WrestleMania. But man, it's been good chatting it up with y'all. You already know what it is. Make sure you like the video, elbow drop that motherfucker, code breaker that motherfucker, swan time bomb the like button, ring the bell, all that stuff. Wear condoms, drink water. And again, say no to drugs. Y'all have a good night. We out.